Hey, it's Kelly, and I want to share something that I've been working on this summer because I decided this was the summer I was going to get my backyard whipped into shape, calling it Operation Backyard Oasis because I want it to feel really beautiful back there. And I feel like I've done so much work on my house that typically people are impressed and then they walk in the backyard and are like, not so great. Might just be me projecting because I hate my backyard. But one of the things that has been really encouraging as I've done this work is that all the little moments add up. So, going out even 10 minutes a day and picking up the trash in the yard or scooping or doing a quick mow or even just, moving some bricks around really has a great cumulative effect. And it's something that I always forget until I get into a job or a task is that we tend to look at the big picture and all the crap that we have to do. And instead of focusing on what you can do right now, you get overwhelmed. So a really good example of this is that I want to build a pergola in the corner of my yard. And there's currently a patio there now that I'm going to be taking out. And there's just all the little things to do right now. So I'm not ready to build this yet. It's going to take, I know, some time, but I'm doing the small things. So I'm looking at designs and mocking mine up. I am trying to figure out what equipment I'm going to need to, dig holes and fill in concrete, and also what materials I'm going to need and how much that's going to cost so I can budget. Sometimes we get so far ahead of ourselves that we're like 5 steps, down the road and we're planning, the garden party and the garden's not even planned out yet. So I try to make sure I can only go so many steps ahead about what I can focus on right now. So for me, that might be that the very next step is going out there and loosening some of the bricks and starting to get that patio taken apart. It could also be that I want to do some measurements so I can get the final dimensions, and that'll help me really, figure out what kind of equipment I'm going to need. It's easy to get overwhelmed by the big picture. It's easy when I look in my backyard, even today, to think of all the things I still need to do, of all the supplies I still need to buy, and the hours I'm going to be spending out there. But again, little things every day are helping. This has also become apparent to me because I'm painting the outside of my house. And that means that on any given day, I should have streaks of paint or under my fingernails. And I'm out there, even when it's 100 degrees, painting, a little at a time and all the way around the house. It's not always fun. And that's the thing that I think we forget in business is that the work is work and it's not always the most enjoyable thing. But you just do what you need to do and get on with it. There are some things I do to make it more comfortable. For example, I haul out a fan so I can have some air circulating. I find that's a lot nicer, especially to keep the flies from buzzing around. Like I said, I work, a little each night that I can after the sun's gone down and it's cooler. And I just stay focused on that section and not on the whole job. Now, I am slightly terrified because in a few days I'll be climbing up on the roof to paint the eaves, and that's not something I enjoy because I hate heights. But it's part of the process. There are some times that you can outsource pieces of the job. But again, if you just focus on the big picture and how scary it is and how much work there is, then most of the time you never get started. So try to think of something in your business or your life right now that it seems big and overwhelming that you could just take one small step in. If I go outside and spend 10 minutes cleaning up after my dogs and pulling weeds and maybe even trimming back a few of the rose bushes, that's not going to be all the time that's required, but it's a little step closer to the end goal. And that's really what I want to encourage you to do is what's one small step you can take to get closer to your goal today.